Hey guys, CG Cooper here. We are moving on to Chapter 5 of Core Justice. Chapter 5, Headquarters Marine Corps, Navy Annex, Washington, D.C. The Marine captain had some time between phone calls, so he decided to peruse the day's news on the internet. The Drudge Report was set at his homepage, and he did a quick scan of the day's top stories. Apparently, this one's hard for me to read. Tongue-tied already. Captain Andrews, Andy to his friends, was trying to kill time in an otherwise boring day. He paused a quarter of the way down. Navy Cross Marine loses fiancé in bloody gang attack. Hero kills 4 with bare hands. Despite the recent conflicts overseas, there still weren't many living Marines wearing the nation's second highest award for gallantry in battle. He knew 2 personally. The captain clicked on the article link and started reading. In a rare act of restraint, Nashville police have somehow kept a recent bloody attack out of the local national spotlight. What was initially reported as a mugging gone wrong now seems to be much more. This publication initially reported that an unidentified man and woman were mugged on 2nd Avenue in downtown Nashville. The man has been identified as former Marine Staff Sergeant Calvin Stokes. Through our contacts in the military establishment, it has been confirmed that Staff Sergeant Stokes was honorably discharged from the Marine Corps earlier this year. Even more interesting is that Staff Sergeant Stokes is a bona fide hero, having received the Navy Cross for gallantry on the battlefield in Afghanistan. Our next segment will have the award citation in its entirety. Our sources have been able to tell us that Staff Sergeant Stokes was awarded the Navy Cross for saving the majority of his platoon after being ambushed. Still unconfirmed is whether Staff Sergeant Stokes also killed 20 enemy combatants during the firefight. What we can tell you about this most recent attack in downtown Nashville is that Staff Sergeant Stokes' fiancée, Jessica Warren of Franklin, Tennessee, was killed along with 4 members of the local gang NON. Still unconfirmed is the status of a 5th man who was apparently blinded during the downtown battle. Police confirm that Staff Sergeant Stokes is the man responsible for killing the 4 men, blinding the 5th, and wounding a 6th. The method of wounding is still unconfirmed, but initial reports from eyewitnesses point towards Staff Sergeant Stokes using his hands and a knife for the majority of the attack. Staff Sergeant Stokes is currently being held in the intensive care ward of Vanderbilt University Hospital. He is said to be in stable condition. We do know that local police and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, TBI, are searching for Dante West, the alleged leader and founder of NON. All this raises the question, what happened in that alley? This publication is still sifting through various eyewitness accounts and speculation. If you have any additional information on the attack, please contact us through our website or 24-hour hotline. Shit, Andy muttered. He picked up the phone on his desk and dialed information. Vanderbilt University Hospital in Nashville, Tennessee, please. So there you go. There's your introduction to Captain Andy Andrews, who will become a much bigger character very soon, and was roughly... So I have 3 younger brothers, myself, Carlos, Eric, Danny, and Andy. And my youngest brother, obviously, is Andy, and part of my brother I put into this character, including his name, although a lot of the other details aren't about my younger brother, as you will see. But yeah, for those of you who didn't know, out of the 4 boys, 3 of us were Marines. The 4th would have been, if it weren't for some crazy medical stuff. He's probably the biggest stud there is in the family as far as doing triathlons and wanting to ride his bike across country and all that stuff. So I'm sure he would have been just as good, if not better, of a Marine than the rest of us. But anyway, that was Chapter 5. On to Chapter 6.